Hello, welcome to Wine and Dine with Carla Snow here on my TV. Today we're going to take a tour around New England to explore the local world of food and wine. I'm your host, Carla Snow, certified specialist of wine, author of Wine and Dine with New Hampshire, and wine educator with A Grape Affair. At A Grape Affair, we specialize in making the world of wine a less intimidating place through classes and events. We do corporate and private wine tastings, classes for all levels, wine dinners, wine cruises, consult for shops and restaurants, everything wine related except sell it, which keeps us unbiased in selecting the right wines for you. Please check us out at agrapeaffair.com. Coming up in the show, we'll show you some great local restaurants, shops, and of course some fantastic wines, all with the passion of making the world of wine a less intimidating place. But first, let's take a look at how to properly taste a glass of wine. First thing we want to do is when you're holding the glass, you want to hold it by the stem. The reason for this is because have you ever at the end of a party looked at the bowl of your glass and it's all mucked up with chip dip and lotions and things like that? Well, the reason we hold it by the stem is because when you're truly evaluating wine, you want the glass to be clear so you can really see the wine. Of course, if you're at a party, the idea is to just not drop the glass, so hold it however you need to make sure that doesn't happen. But when we're evaluating wine, hold it by the stem or by the foot of the glass. The next thing you want to do is swirl it around. And we do this to increase the surface area. The wine needs to stretch out. It's been cooped up in the bottle for a few months or a few years, and it really needs to stretch out and release those esters. Once those aromas are released, you want to take a nice sniff of it. First sniff is a very short one. Take a very little sniff to make sure that it's not offensive. I'm sure now that it's not corked, it's not a wine that I'm not going to appreciate, etc., etc. So now I want to go in and I want to take a nice big sniff. And you want to get your whole snout in there. Get your nose, your mouth, really breathe in the wine. And I want to hear you sniff when you take this sniff. So go ahead and breathe in that wine. And you have your whole snout in there because you need all of your olfactory senses to work together. You'll actually start to taste the wine as you're smelling it when you breathe it in like that. The next thing we do is taste. And when we taste, we take a sip of the wine, we swirl it around our mouth, just like we swirl it around the glass. And that's to make sure that it hits all 5 taste points in your mouth. You've got 5 areas where you can really feel different parts of the wine: acid, fruit, tannin, bitterness, and salt. Those are the areas that you're really looking to evaluate when you're tasting the wine. Once you've tasted it, it's your option to spit it out or not. When I'm tasting 30 wines first thing in the morning, I usually opt to spit. That's the proper way to evaluate a glass of wine. Now sit back and enjoy your wine.